guys, my name is Lisa and this channel is Life with Lisa, but today I have something different. I'm not going to do a vlog. I wanted to start some segments that are called Marriage 101. As you know, I have been married for 5 years. My husband and I been married with no kids, and that's just a little bit of my story. But today I'm introducing Marriage 101 segments to you, and I have 3 key points about marriage. And first I'm gonna give you a little sneak bit of my love story. My husband and I have been knowing each other since childhood, and I've had a crush on this man all my life, my childhood life, my adult life. I still have a crush on this man, and I am very much in love with him. He is my soulmate. He's my everything. I feel like God has chosen this one particular person that is just for me. He created him just for me, and this is how I feel, and I'm pretty sure he feels the same way, right? But anyway, we met through a mutual friend. She told him that I had a crush on him, and by the way, all of my friends during this time had a crush on him, okay? But you know, I got him. Just kidding. Anyway, and I started doing his hair. He has dreads, as most of you have seen in my vlog, and most of you that know me knows he has dreads. And I started braiding his hair, and I've just never loved somebody so much. Like, and well, it's so funny because he never said anything about, you know, our friends saying that I had a crush on him, because I tried to hook him up with my cousin before, and he just wasn't interested. And I always just thought he was gorgeous, beautiful, handsome, all those things. And his friend tried to talk to me, so that made him approach me, right? So ever since then we've been going out, and what really just made me fall over heels for this man was when I think we were 16, and he asked my mom, can he date me? Right? 16 years old, and like he was like, you know, I was like, my mom was very strict, and I was like, you know, I'm probably not gonna be able to talk to you on the phone. I can't really date or whatever, so I don't know how this works. So he just took the initiative to ask my mom, can he date me? And my mom was like, sure, because she felt like he had respect for her to ask her, you know, can he date me? Can he date her daughter, whatever? And it's just been love ever since then. And let me see what else. What's our love story? I think that was started off, we never broken up before. We've never been in major fights like busting windows out of car and busting tires. I never had a fight with this man. We're best friends, literally. We're best friends. We're like Velcro. We always together. I don't care about him going out with his friends or going out and hanging out, cause I don't care, you know, what he does actually, because we are both faithful to each other, and I don't believe in cheating. He don't believe in cheating. That's not an issue in our marriage. We don't have any issues, to be honest. Any argument that we do have is petty. We argue for a second and it's over, and that's just that. And if I feel like something is, you know, I don't feel like he's doing enough of, if he don't feel like I'm doing enough of something in our marriage, we sit each other down and talk about it, and we work it out and then fix it. And that's just what marriage should be. A lot of people these days don't believe in marriage. They don't think it lasts. They think it's just stupid to get married, and everybody want to sleep with everybody. And you know, these men are making marriage look bad by cheating while they're married, have no respect for their wife, which is one of my key points. Have no respect at all. And I just cannot stand a disrespectful human. And even if you're not married, whatever, I just can't stand it. And my husband has the utmost respect for me, the utmost respect. He don't have women friends. I never told him one time that he couldn't talk to a woman or have a woman as a friend. I never said that, because it really doesn't bother me. But he just, out of respect for me, he just don't. I mean, that's just the kind of man he is, and you rarely find these type of men. You know, you rarely find them. I just so happened to looked up and got a good one. I'm pretty sure there's other women out there that has a good husband and a wonderful marriage. But in my Marriage 101 segments, I have 3 target points that I'm going to talk about, which is the first one would be God, putting God first in your marriage. The second one will be communication. And the third one is respect. There are other ones, but in this segment, those are the three. God first, second is communication, and third is respect. You could put them in how, whatever order you want, but that's just how I put them. First, when I said put God first, I meant by letting God be head of your marriage. And when I say let God be head of your marriage, I mean it. Like, it's very, very important to let him be head of your marriage. He's head of our marriage. If there's a situation that I feel like we just can't discuss and we just can't, there's no way we can get around it. We're having a hard time trying to figure it out and trying to come together with one another and let it go. Sometimes you have those little situations in your marriage, and we've come to a conclusion. That's when we had to put God ahead of our marriage, because we couldn't do it on our own. So we want our marriage to always go to a higher level. To me, there's levels in your marriage, and by saying there's levels, there's like different obstacles that you have to climb over to keep your marriage successful. That's why a lot of marriages end, because people don't want to put in work and time. In any relationship, you have to put in work and you have to put in time. Just like if you was in like your relationship with your parents, with your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your friends, your uncles, your in-laws, it's work. You have to put in work, because you don't like everybody and you don't like everything people say. You don't like their opinions, but there's work to continue a relationship with them, right? So we always go and we pray together the same prayer, so that we can just feel at ease at the end of the day with our situation. And we talk to God about it. In our prayer, we literally talk to God about it. We humble ourselves before we get on our knees, and we talk to him and we tell him the things that are on our mind and our heart, and that we need his help. And he comes when he needs to come, and he always come on time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I just feel like your marriage it's just more, it works out better when God is the head of it, instead of you doing it yourself, just trying to work things out yourself. So that was my first one, to always keep God ahead of your marriage, no matter what. Okay, he has to be ahead, not your friend, not your mama, your counselor. Now you can go to your pastor, he can give you some pointers, but God has to be ahead of your marriage. Do not let anybody interfere with your marriage. Don't go around, because me and my husband having problems at home, and I go tell my friend Judy or whoever and let them put their inputs on my marriage. Do not do that, okay? Because it's just starting more conflict, because you're having all these opinions pulling at the both of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just starting more confusion, and you're never gonna get to this middle ground where it's just you and him, and it's humble, and y'all have an understanding with people, only with God. And I promise you that's just it, okay? So with the second one, I said is communication. And by communication, a lot of marriages fail because they refuse to communicate with each other. Communicate about everything, whether it be finances, your sexual life, okay, your friends you hang around, the cleaning, the chores in the house, the meal, the trash, anything. Communicate. Those small things is what killing marriages. I'm telling you guys. Women's getting mad at their husband don't take out the trash, and he don't clean up behind himself, and I'm having to clean up behind him, and all of this shenanigan mess that could be killed by 5-minute conversation. Well, baby, I feel this way when you don't do this, and I work too. Stuff like that. It's simple. Communication is key to a successful marriage. Let me give you an example of something of communicating. I'm gonna give you an example of like a financial situation. Say for instance, sometimes people get married, they don't have joint accounts. And I had a friend, I'm not gonna say a friend, just anybody. I know a lot of people a lot of people come to me about marriage problems on talk to them or whatever, but this is one situation where the other person would feel like they was paying more. They was putting more money out into the house and it was doing more, paying more bills. You understand what I'm saying? And normally they said that the man's supposed to take care of the house, but nowadays, you know, it's kind of like 50-50. The way we run our marriage, we like to do 50-50. So I'm gonna use me as an example. We decided to do a joint bank account because let me tell you, the joint bank account is a blessing because it makes everything more smoother. Your check and his check both are combined. The bills come out automatically. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no and what's level y'all ever left, y'all spend it. Do I talk to my husband about what I can and can't buy? I don't. I know some people say they have to call and check in and see what they can and can't buy. I don't do that. My husband don't do that either. If it's something that we want, we will get it without asking each other because I just feel like we both work hard for that money and it is together, so it's still equally mine and it's equally as his. Just as if he was to keep his whole check, he wouldn't ask me. So we know we're not gonna go and spend everything. We make sure all our bills paid and whatever's left, you know, if you want to do something with it, just do it. And we always spend within means, you know. We never had a problem with our finances or once we nipped that in the bud about the joint bank account, that was it. Everything has been perfectly fine with our financial situation and wondering who's doing what and who's not doing enough. You understand? But I know it's some women that feel like the guy should pay everything, and to me, I feel like you lose power because he's your provider naturally. My husband is my provider naturally. He is. You know, he makes the money because he's the man and he's the head of my house. Okay? A lot of women have problems with letting their husband be the head of the house. There's women that want to wear the panties and the drawers, like the underwear too. Like, you women just need to wear the panties, honey, and let the man play the man role. That's why there's so many problems. Sit down and talk to your husband about what role he's playing, what role you're playing. You are the wife. You should be the submissive one. I am submissive to my husband. I think that's why we don't have any problems. I will never do anything to disrespect him. He will never do anything to disrespect or hurt me. And if I feel like or he feels like I have, we talk about it. That's why communication is important. And not with my friend. I don't call my homegirl and be like, blah, blah, you know, blah. I don't do that. If I want to talk, I'm calling him. That's why he's my best friend, because I can talk to him about anything or any friend. I talk to him about a friend. Okay. So the second one was communication. The third one is respect. And when I say respect, it means having respect for your significant other. The way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk to him or about him is all about respect. Having respect for your significant other. And you will never catch me dressed in like, you know, kind of SLUT. I'm not gonna say the word, but trashy. I will never have a skirt so short that when I bend over, my butt cheeks are hanging out. Some girls do that. I am not the one for that, because my body is for the bedroom and it's for my husband's eyes only. Stay classy. A man wants a classy woman. You could be a freak in the sheets. Every man wants that, but in the street, you need to stay classy and keep it cute, honey. Let me see. The way you talk to your spouse. When I say the way you talk to him, you don't disrespect him in your you know how some people could be like, you a loser and you can't do this right and you can't do that right, you ain't this and you ain't that. I've seen marriages like that. That's when I say respect. You need to respect your husband. Never try to tear a man down. That is the most worst thing you could do. Never tear a man down. Always build your husband up. Always tell him he looks nice. Honey, you're doing a wonderful job. You are a wonderful man. I love the way you carry yourself. And, you know, just anything. Simple things. I always boost my husband's ego up. You can ask him. He'll tell you. You can ask anybody. I am a booster. I boost my friends' egos up too. That's just what I love to do. I love to see people happy, and I love seeing people doing their things. So I always make sure I tell my husband he looks nice. You know, most women just only want the man to tell them that, but it's, you know, I play my part too. Like, I always tell him he looks nice, and baby, you know, you looking fine today, you sexy today, you know, I like what you wearing. And if he cook, cause he love to cook, I really can't cook that good, he's a cooker in his house, and make sure I tell him that it's, oh, this is so good, it's magnificent. Like, I always go overboard. People always say, oh, you're so overboard. Yes, I am. I'm always overboard for the one that I love, honey, and I'm gonna make sure that he knows it, because I don't want him to hear it anywhere else. Okay. And what's another thing? Respect around your friends. Some of us girls, we get around our friends and we seem to degrade our man and feel like, you know, I'm running this show around here. You know how you women are, you know. Honey, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. And not to say that I'm not trying to say that my marriage is better than anybody's. I'm just trying to share with you some of my thoughts on marriage and how that my husband and I, how we do things and how we carry our stuff. When we're with friends, we're with friends. Most of the time when we are with friends, we are friends. We are best friends. So we know how to carry ourselves around friends. We know how to carry ourselves with couples. We just know, you know. So those are my 3 points.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the